省市第一时间组织力量，全力以赴做好应急组织工作。今天我们召开新闻发布会，通报有关情况，回应社会关切。下面我先介绍出席今天发布会的各位发布人，他们是梅州市委书记马振勇、梅州市委副书记、市长王辉、广东省公安厅技术专家王晓波、梅州市应急管理局党委书记温永登、梅州市卫健局党委副书记、副局长刘乐斌。首先，请梅州市委书记马振勇、梅州市委副书记、市长王辉分别通报梅大高速茶阳路段塌方救援有关情况。请马振勇书记。
首先，我代表梅州市委市政府，向梅大高速茶阳路段塌方灾害遇难者表示沉痛的哀悼。现在，我提议全体起立，向遇难者默哀。
I'd like to ask you to all stand up and mourn for the victims of this incident. End of the mourning.
5月1号凌晨2时左右，梅大高速茶阳路段发生塌方灾害。截止今天下午2点，已造成48人死亡，另有3人的 DNA 在进一步的比对确认中，30人受伤，目前均没有生命危险。习近平总书记高度重视，对梅大高速茶阳路段塌方灾害作出重要指示，要求全力做好现场救援、伤员救治，妥善做好善后处置等工作，确保人民群众生命财产安全和社会大局稳定。党中央、国务院多位领导作出批示、指示或关心过问。省委黄坤明书记、省政府王伟东省长亲临灾害现场，指挥调度，为我们有序推进救援救治工作提供了有力的指引。灾害发生在梅州，造成了重大人员伤亡，给多个家庭造成了严重伤害。 我们
serious harm to many
深感痛
families.
心，
We feel very
深
sad
感不
and
安，
sorry for these people,
深感内疚，深感
and
自责。
our mind is unsettled.
人民至上，生
We
命
should
至上。
always put people
我
on
们
top
与
of our
遇难的
list,
家属
and life
同
is
悲
the top
同爱，
priority. We share
也深切关注受
the
伤
sad
人
feelings
员的
of the family
身体状
members,
况和
of
家
the
庭情况。
victims, and we will always keep a close eye
我们
on
将深入贯彻落实习近平总书
life
记
and
重要
status
指示
of the
精神，
injured people. We will
贯彻
continue
落
to
实
work
党中
under
央、
the
国务院
guidelines of President Xi
领导
Jinping,
的重要
and
机制
also
精神
work
和指示，
under the guidelines
按照
of the CPC
省委、
Central Committee
省政
as
府
well as the central
主
government.
要领导的指示
We
要
will
求，
listen to the
继续
instructions
调
of
动
the
一切
major
资
leaders
源，
at provincial level,
全力做好
and we will mobilize
人
all
员
the
的
resources
搜救、
possible in
伤
order
者
to
的救
rescue
治、
the victims
家人
and
的
also treat the
安
patients,
抚等工作，
and we will also give
确
more
保善
care
后
and
工作
pay more attention to the family
有
members
序
of
进行，
the
最大
victims
限
of
度
this incident. We will
给
try
逝者
our
以
best
尊严，给家属
show
以慰
our
藉，
respect to the
给群
victims
众以保障。
and also to
同
guarantee
时，我们将深刻
normal life
汲
of
取
the
教
other
训，
people in the society.
举一
We
反
will
三，
also draw our lesson from this
全面做好
incident.
安
To
全
try to
防范
avoid
工
the
作，
similar cases in the future, we will
关
pay
注
more attention
网
to the
民关切，
prevention of, and control of
认
cases.
真做好
We will also listen to the opinions
后
of
续
the
的
netizens
调查工作，
so that we can
坚
do
决
a good job in
查明
following up
灾害原
investigation.
因，
We
及时
will
向
dig up the
社会
root
公开。
causes of this incident,
我就
and once available, the
欢迎
results and root causes
请王
of
会
this
市长
incident
具体通报。
investigation would be made public.
现
Now I'd
在
like to give
我
the
代
floor to
表
Mr. Wang
梅州市委市政府
in
介绍
the
梅
name
大
of the
高速
municipal
茶阳
government
路
of
段
the people
塌
of
方
Meizhou.
灾害救
I'd
援
like
总
to
体情况。
share with you the
5月1
briefing
日
about
凌
the
晨
rescue
2
work.
时，梅大高
Around
速
2 a.m.
茶
on
阳路
1st
段
of
发
May,
生塌方灾
a
害。
section of Chayang of the
截止
Meizhou
今天
Expressway
14时，
has witnessed the
共
worst
发现
collapse.
23辆车陷落，
As of 2
造
p.m.
成
today,
48人死亡，
we noticed that
还有
the
3名
death
需
toll
要
has risen up to
DNA
48,
进一步
with
比对确认。
23 cars plunging
30人
off
受伤，
the hillside,
目
and
前
3 more people
伤者
should have
均无生命
have their
危险。
DNA tested,
对
and
此，
30 more
我们
people
深
are
感
injured
痛
and
惜，
treated now in a
深
hospital
感
without
惋惜。
any severe syndromes. We feel
灾
very
害发
sorry
生
for
后，
all the victims of this incident.
习近平总书
After
记专门作出
this
重要指示，
incident took place, President Xi Jinping has made very
党中央、国务
important
院领导
instructions.
作出
CPC
指示
Central
批示，
Committee as well as the
应急
central
管理部、
government have
交
also
通运输部
made
等部
their
门派出
instructions
工作组
clear.
赶赴现场
The
指导
Ministry
救援
of
工作。
Emergency Response as
省
well
委、
as
省政府主要
the
负责
Ministry
同
of
志赶赴
Transportation
现场，
have sent the delegation to the
实
site
地
of
指
the
挥一线
incident.
应急处置工作。
Local municipal
梅州
government
市委、
has
市政府
also sent
迅速贯彻落实
speed
习近平总书记
at
重要指示精
our
神
municipal level of
以
Meizhou,
及
we have decided
国
to
家和
follow the
省领导
instructions
指
of
示批
President
示
Xi
精神
Jinping，as well as the instructions
党
of
政
our
主要负责
provincial
同志
leaders.
立即赶赴
All
现
the
场，
major persons in
成立
charge
塌方
at
灾害
government side
应
or
急指
the
挥部，
CPC committee side,
下设
they have
11
formed
个
a
工
special
作组，
working group. There
全力
are
开展
in total
人员搜救、
divisions for the
伤员救治、
of the rescue,
群众疏散、
experts to treat
家属安抚、
cases,
交通疏导等工作。
people to give more
一
care
是
and attention to the families
全力
of
开
the
展
victims.
现场抢险
More
救援工
specifically,
作。
first of all, we have carried out
我市强抓救援
all-out
黄金时
efforts
间，
in order to do the
共
rescue.
调派
We
应
know
急、
that
公安
there、is
消
the
防、卫
golden
健、
hour
交
for the
通、
rescue
通讯等
window
各类
time.
救援力
So
量
we have mobilized from
577人，
different
调
authorities.
集
In total,
各
a
类
team of
救援车辆64辆，
577 people and
对事故
64
区域进
vehicles.
行网格化
And
救
these
援，
experts are coming from different
开展地
departments,
毯
for
式
example,
搜救，
public security, healthcare,
未发现
and firefighting, etc. We have carried out a thorough investigation on the site of this incident. Currently, the rescue and investigation work is still ongoing. Second is to invite medical experts to give diagnosis and treatment to the injured people. We have coordinated with the local administration of healthcare to create the fast lane to the hospital in order to give the most timely treatment to the patients. We have also mobilized the experts, for example, 12 teams of municipal doctors and also the doctor teams from the provincial level. We have also mobilized the ambulances. We have formed the coordinated workforce with the experts coming from different departments of medicine. Number three, we have one-to-one teams to take care of the family members of the victims of this incident. We have elaborated a plan for the care given to the family members. For example, for the family members of the victims, we will give them one-to-one specialized care and assistance. For the 30 injured people now living in a hospital for further treatment, they are not under the threat of life, and among the family members of the victims, they have also selected the representatives, and we will stay in close contact with those representatives of the family members. And also for the other 3 other people with the DNA to be confirmed, we will also keep a close eye on that. Currently, among all the victims, there's no foreign people, and we have also invited geological studies experts to come to the spot in order to run a thorough investigation analysis of the disaster, as well as to study the stability of the slope of the mountains in the nearby areas. The experts will help us to make distinction between the dangerous areas and the safe areas. We also set up the spots of monitoring with the equipment installed in place. We will also carry out 24-hour non-stop monitoring of this area. And we will also do a meteorological monitoring of the area covered by the Chayang section of the Meizhou-Dabu Expressway. All these data collected by the instrument as well as the equipment will help us to make better plans for the future rescue and investigation. For both directions of the lanes, during the section of Chayang, we have already shut down the traffic temporarily. For the other sections of the highway, the traffic is in normal status. For the road maintenance, we have also carried out the recovery plan elaboration. We will submit the paper to the upper authorities for the studies, and once approved, this plan would be carried out. We will continue to carry out the instructions of President Xi Jinping as well as the other state leaders by the side of the Central Committee of the CPC and also the central government. We will race against the clock in order to save every single moment, to save the injured people, treat the patients, and we will try our best to minimize the negative impact of this incident. For the people that have perished during this incident, we will give the maximum care to their family members. For the highway located in the mountainous areas, we will rule out all the dangers and risky areas for the roads, tunnels, bridges, and the other key areas. We will also carry out a thorough examination If there are any possible risks, we will directly share the tips with the people in order to give them early warning. And if there are problems with the conditions of the transportation facilities, we will carry out immediately the maintenance work so that we can guarantee the safe transportation during the Labor Day holiday and also protect the safety of people's life and also their wealth. Now the floor is open for your questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and before giving a question, please first identify yourself. With CMG CCTV, after the road collapse incident, what are the challenges and difficulties you have encountered during the rescue work, and what is the next step of your investigation and rescue? Thank you very much for your question. I'd like to give the floor to Mr. Wen Yongzhen from the local department of emergency response at Meizhou City. This time, before the rescue, there are several challenges and difficulties. First of all, the total number of involved cars is quite high. Until now, we know that 23 cars are involved in the incident. And also, many people have been involved. Some of the vehicles have been buried on the earth, so we have had difficulty in detecting them in the first place. And secondly, this is a narrow section. It's very hard for us to get the big trucks and the vehicles of rescue into the site of the incident due to the landslide, as well as the heavy rainfall during the recent days. Large size of rescue equipment could not reach the core area of rescue. We could only carry out the rescue work with limited area of operation. But finally, we have carried out the digging work. We have opened up 3 more channels for the rescue. And thirdly, some of the damaged cars have been burnt. And due to the burning cars, it has made our rescue work harder. Some of the vehicles damaged by this incident have been buried under the earth with a huge volume of earth above the vehicles. Geological conditions in this area could also be considered really complex, and due to the heavy rainfall in recent days, the humidity in the soil is also very high. During the rescue, it's quite possible for us to run into the secondary incidents. On the spot of the incidents, we have in total gathered more than 80 sets of equipment coming from the firefighting departments, public security administration, as well as the healthcare departments. We have also a group of 577 people on the ground for the rescue work. Another difficulty is that this incident has occurred very early in the day. We have decided to take the shifts, and on different platforms, we could go hand in hand in a simultaneous way. And we have also cleared every corner of the impacted area. We have also used the detector in order to catch every possible signal of life. We have also monitored the environment, including the meteorological conditions, so that there will not be a high risk of falling up danger. Next question, please. With the Meizhou TV. People have attached a great importance to the treatment of the injured. Could you please give us the briefing? What about the next step of rescue work? Thank you. After the road collapse with the Meida Highway, our Healthcare Commission has taken prompt actions under the guidelines of the provincial government. We have kicked off the procedure of emergency response. We have mobilized the medics and nurses. More specifically, there are 4 parts. First of all, we have carried out the rescue work on the front line. We have mobilized more than 30 ambulances and hundreds of medics. For example, the medics from the Department of ICU and the other disciplines. And they have collaborated one with another to give the surgeries to the injured people. We have also designated the People's Hospital of Meizhou as the designated spot for the treatment. We have also built up the teams of experts for medical treatment. Secondly, we have very quickly organized a team of rescue and treatment. We have received the support of 48 doctors from other places other than Meizhou. They come from the affiliated hospital of Zhongshan University, affiliated hospital of Southern China Medical School, and Central Hospital of Shantou, etc. These doctors come from neurosciences, clinical department, pediatrics, as well as the ICU department. At provincial level, municipal level, and county level, we have formed a joint force and formed a synergy in order to give the best support and help to our patients. And the third is the coordinated consultation. The Guangdong Provincial Commission of the Healthcare has also organized the consultation online. We give each of the injured patients a whole team of experts so that we can give them detailed plans of diagnosis and treatment. In that way, we can make sure that treatment could be tailored to their own conditions, and we are doing our best to save lives. As of 2 p.m. today, we have in total taken 30 people into the hospital. In the Dabu hospital, we have received 2 cases. And these cases, after the checks of the medics in the hospital, are declared as the safe cases without any significant risks of life. We have also paid attention to the psychological treatment. We give them mental health assistance for those people traumatized by the accident. We will give them further support. Moving to the next stage, we will work under the instructions of President Xi Jinping and also work under the instructions of the local provincial government and local CPC commission and seize every moment to guarantee the high efficiency and performance of this rescue work. I'm from the Journal of South China. People are waiting for the final confirmation of the 3 unknown cases. Some of the netizens have said that they have family members or friends traveling by that section. So for the 3 unknown cases, have you confirmed their identities? After the collapse, 3 different administrative levels of Bureau of Public Security have been involved into the rescue work. We have searched the site to find the vehicles and also the people involved. And we are also doing analysis and comparison. In the last 2 days, family members of the victims have arrived one after another. We are doing the DNA tests. Moving forward, we're about to do our best to have the result of the 3 unknown cases. Next question, please. We have noticed that since April, we have entered into the flooding season. And in comparison with the same period of previous years, this year we have much more rainfall. So how could we guarantee the security of people traveling around? I'd like to deliver this question to Mr. Mayor. Recently, in our city, we have witnessed several rounds of rainfall, and the average precipitation volume reached 621 millimeters, which is 2.49 times higher than the average level of the previous years. Especially for the Dapu County, last month, the average precipitation volume reached 628 millimeters, which is 2.6 times higher than the historical record. And this is also a peak record for the month of April for the Qingxi Township. The rainfall even reached 789. And for the Jingshan Road of Dapu County, 719 millimeters. For Dako Village, 640 plus millimeters. For Fenglang Township, 628 millimeters. Sanhe Township, 609 millimeters. In order to guarantee a safe traveling of our citizens, we will adopt the following measures. First of all, we urge the local authorities to do a good job in guiding the people. We can send SMS to the people and also do the broadcasting with TV programs as well as the radio programs. If there is the heavy rainfall, we will give people early warnings in advance. We will also ask for people's attention about the road conditions so that people during their driving could be more careful. And secondly, for the transportation departments as well as the bureaus of public security, they should collaborate among them in order to check out the major sections of the road and also major the bridges. They have to complete their plans for the response to the emergencies. During the rainy days, we have to limit the maximum speed of the vehicles on the road, for landslide, as well as the other possible accidents, we have to set up the limits of access to the certain involved sections of the road and bridges. And from distance, we have to set up the boards of announcements. For key sections of the road, we have to install the equipment to do the monitoring around the clock so that we can detect the possible risks as early as possible. And in that way, we can guarantee a safe circulation of the vehicles. Number 4 is that we have to educate the people so that they can raise up their own awareness of the security of their own traveling. For example, they have to check out the conditions of the weather about the destination city and also during the trip before kicking off the journey. They also have to learn to drive safely and also to keep a close eye on the possible natural disasters. Thank you very much for your question. Friends of the media, due to the time limit and considering the fact that all the speakers today have to go back to the rescue site, this is all for today's presser. If you have further questions, we can still stay in touch and we will do our best to assist your report work. Thank you very much for staying with us today for this press conference. Thank you.